Every single one of us that have this thing inside of us that is a creative construct that is placed there by God, not by ourselves. We understand that the ultimate outcome is what we call best-selling content. And the best-selling content is this thing that desires and demands and requires and deserves audience. We're going to start to talk about audience build. We're going to start to talk about what it means to move beyond just having a person that is interested and impressioned by your work and becomes a devotee of your work, and then ultimately a disciple of your work. That's the outcome that you have to have. Those are the progressions you need to build in your mind. And it all starts with impressions. Now, what's interesting about impressions is they can be both positive and negative. Real creativity is transportive in that it takes a person internally to some place that belongs only to them. But what we have to understand is that that's the goal of the work. The work is to create a billiard ball sometimes, and sometimes it creates a cornucopia that is swallowed up into the person's life, and sometimes there's a combination of both of those. So the first thing is impression. Your job is to create the concept of, how do I receive this? So that's number one. Number two is then you have to move to some kind of interactive play, meaning that the person that is viewing or receiving or responding to the creativity, they have to have some kind of a relationship that they start to build with it. But the point is that there'll be an interaction. As a creative, you need to think hard about ways to create interactivity. So there is impression, there is interactivity. Next, there has to be some form of connection. And all of a sudden, there is this relational bonding that begins to take place. That's what you're seeking. That's what the work demands, and that's what the work deserves. So there's impression, there's interactivity, there's connectivity that starts to build relationship. They become patrons, they become devotees, they become supporters, and they are the people that literally become evangelicals and ambassadors for your work. So the next and the final piece is that you develop disciples, and disciples are those that absorb the work, that adopt the work, and then adapt the work and use portions of what you do in their own work and in their own advancement. The golden pot at the end of the marketing rainbow is audience. I understand what it means to suffer. So I say to you, your dawn will soon arrive. Your day is coming, and the audience that you seek exists, and God will connect the two of you. If you want to talk with me, just leave us a note in the bottom of the comment section here, and I'll connect with you, or send me a private message. Many of you do that. I'm Steve Bonenberger. This is Writers and Creatives. Travel far.